Oh, the sun's coming in now. You can't even see me. The glare is so good. So, I am chilling at the cabin at my parents' house. Haven't done a YouTube yet. Took a couple of days off to just relax a little bit. Did a few Facebooks, but haven't really gotten on YouTube. Let's go to live chats so I can see what you're saying. But hope everyone's having a good Thanksgiving week. Snow's moved into Colorado, but I'm not in Colorado. I'm at the. Ooh, I better not drop that. Bingo. So, figured we would have a little chit chat. Maybe that's better. Look at that, man. I'm like glowing. Maybe we should hit the shade. See if that helps. Does that help at all? Not really. What if I shut those? Ooh, there you go. Ooh, now we're all good. So what have you guys decompressed on since Patrick Frazee has been convicted? You've had a few days to look over all the discovery that's been released. All the questions have come in about all the pictures, all the information about him in and out. Why don't we see KK on anything? Any of those. So Green still says, I made a new petition. Michael, how are you, brother? I am doing good. It's actually really nice. The sun has come out here in New Mexico, and where it started to snow, it kind of just chilled out and no snow hit. So it's actually a really nice day now outside. I'll take y'all out. If you were with me this morning, it was like literally coming down, gonna crap and snow on us, but it's still a little chilly outside, but it ain't cold. I mean, it's not as bad as it was, so it's pretty nice. If you're wondering where I'm at, I am hiding in New Mexico. This is one of my parents' cabins. My parents actually live up in that house, so we're just literally across the street from them at one of their cabins, and I call it Dalton's Mountain because they pretty much own the block. But yeah, we're having some good family time. The kids are getting to see grandma, grandpa. My wife disappeared. I don't know where my wife went. She's probably down in town shopping. So I figured I would get on and do a quick YouTube since I hadn't been on the YouTube in a couple of days. So after a couple of days of decompressing and looking at the videos, a couple of things, people were saying, there's no way that's KK in the video. Yes, that's KK in the video. I've also had a couple of Crystal Lee's friends contact me and wanted to talk to me about the twitching and the drug addicted looking girl who was testifying against Patrick in the video. I also want to tell you that that was on the edge of her. That was like right when she contacted law enforcement. She gained a bunch of weight and then she lost a bunch of weight. So there was a lot of speculation about whether or not she was pregnant. We have a little bit of information about that, but we're trying to verify that, so I don't want to release anything yet. What else can I tell you since Patrick Frazee's been convicted? He's still in Teller County. Got word today. Yeah, he's still in Teller County. Crystal Lee is scheduled for to report hearing and an update hearing about, she's scheduled for December 2nd. So we'll figure out what's going to happen there. They could actually sentence her on that day. I don't think they're going to sentence her on that day because I think they're going to try to get some of either Kelsey's family, Kelsey's friends to write letters of impact statements so that the judge will um, give her the maximum of 3 years and add that aggravated. So I think the reason why they're not going to rush her sentencing is because they want to make sure they have those impact statements in order and it's submitted, and the defense has a chance to look at them, because the defense will get a chance to look at them. They'll get a chance to object to them being written and or read. So we need DWAP in Kansas for that case. Oh, I've seen a bunch of cases. People have been sending me case after case after case. Um, I think I'm gonna finish this one. This one's not done yet, people. This one's not done. That's what people don't understand. There's still a co-conspirator with Crystal Lee that hasn't been sentenced yet, and so this case ain't done. We can't just continue. Can't just move on to a new case when this one hadn't been seen through all the way. So, Lake Havasu's in the house. Chrissy said there's a bunch of unanswered questions. I don't know about unanswered questions. I feel like they answered questions when they convicted Patrick. So whether or not they answered everyone's public questions, I don't know about. But what's the ticks about? Well, I'm trying to get that interview with one of her friends. I don't want to give any. I just have a few messages back and forth. So as soon as I get that interview with her friend that contacted me, I want him to talk about those ticks. I want him to tell what he knows about it. And so, but it's kind of the holidays, right? And so you have Thanksgiving, and I've got some other people in Cripple Creek that want to talk about Patrick. People that we've talked to before about Patrick and what now they think about Patrick after the conviction, after it's all come out. So I know that you guys want to hear from some of the people that maybe thought Patrick was more innocent, or maybe thought he was already guilty, or had confusion. So we got all, but shoot, some we got to have a little bit of Thanksgiving, you know. So I think those ticks could be a lot of different relations, and I've made speculations already on what I think they are. I want somebody who knows Crystal to let you guys, because if I say it out loud, people, if I start talking about it, it's just rumor. But if someone who knows Crystal talks to you guys, and I get that little interview with them, and I'm gonna try to get that right now because all these families are together. Families that were talking about this, or talking about this now during the Thanksgiving holiday. And so there is a chance we're going to get a couple of interviews with people that no one else will get interviews with, and that's what we're trying to work on now. But I'm also trying to enjoy my little holiday out at the cabin. And I shut the freaking blinds when I got on here, but I think I'll turn them shut. I want to open them back up because I want to look outside. She's not going to be behind Thanksgiving for this Thanksgiving, but maybe we can get her behind Thanksgiving for the next couple, 3 Thanksgivings. It'd be nice to see her behind. But the people don't realize that even if she gets 3 years, she probably won't do 3 years in jail. She'll probably do a portion of that 3 years in jail, but she's not going to do all of those 3 years in jail. So people need to know that the judge is limited on what he can actually give her. Sweet potato. My mom is making sweet potato casserole for sure. I say we get the guest appreciation. Oh, guest appearance from Ella on Thanksgiving. Ella's up at the grandma's house. She's she's chilling in her room at her grandma's. We got kicked to the cabin. The girls are staying up with grandma. Zane's staying in the back room here in the cabin, but he's still up there because they got better internet up there. I know. Now we could maybe get, we might be able to get Dad with the badge for a guest appearance for sure. I've been teasing him, telling him I'm gonna go live on video, but I don't know if he's ready yet. I don't know if he's ready for his debut. I might have to come off some cash for him. He's telling me he's gonna have to be paid for his services. Where can I find the discovery? That's a good question. Now this is something that this is what sucks. So they didn't allow people to broadcast live. They didn't allow a camera in the courtroom. And now, on top of that, they want to charge about $3,000 a day to get the transcripts. It's not exactly 3 grand, but just about 3 grand to publicly pull the transcripts from the court. And that's times three. So you're talking a real penny to actually get the transcripts from court. Now, I think we might be able to pull some strings, but I'm gonna have to that's gonna have to be done in person, and that's gonna have to be done. Um, it's gonna have to be done on the Ninja, if you know what I mean. So um, the reason how what I'm telling you is because I think it'll be cheaper to bribe somebody than it will be to actually go through the legal system and get your core request. I know there's a couple of women at the Teller County Courthouse that would probably do this for 3 grand total. So if we can get a couple of the, and it's not like they'd be looking at any hard time if we were able to get a copy of the transcripts, um, even the shorthand copy of the court reporting stuff, then we could have a court reporter do a um, transcribing of that. So anyway, but that's the rumor is it's about 3 grand a day in discovery to get the information from the court legally. But um, I think we might be able to go under the table through some backhand channels and get those reports. But again, like that's gonna have to be done in person on the slide, not on the phone. Trust me, it don't even matter how much I talk about it. There are multiple people right now that are trying to ninja their way into that discovery. I think Dan May is looking at writing a book. People keep telling me to write a book. I'm telling Dan May to write the book. Dan May, I think, is already working a book deal because people don't understand he is done. This is the end of his tenure. He's going to be reelected in April of 2020, and so he's not going to be reelected. He's lived out his term life as the DA. So I think he's about to bust. I think he's about to bust out a book for retirement purposes. I don't know how she's gonna do all right in prison. I don't worry about me, Miss Christina Rose. Don't worry about me whatsoever. I am a blessed man. No, as a matter of fact, Aaron, Sam, I think, quotes that for the news people to get it, it's even more expensive for them to get it. So it's going to be interesting to see how the news media plays out. I thought maybe the news media would pull money together and spend the check for all of it. It turns out the DA released portions of it to certain media outlets, but they decided they didn't have to release it all. and they just wanted to release what fit their agenda. I'm not saying it's bad or good or indifferent, but I think they should just release all of it. According to the Constitution, we have a right to an open court. We haven't had that right. It was closed off. They didn't let the media put a camera in. They wanted to protect the jury. They wanted to protect whatever. Um, I think they need to let all of that go. Small town, can't believe she did this. When will she be sentenced? Hopefully, she's going to be sentenced in and around December something. They're doing. There are term limits on the DA. Looks like there's a guy by the name of Michael something that's going to be running for DA, and then there's another guy going to be running for DA. I think the Michael dude is going to be like a shoe-in. He works for the DA's office already, but we'll talk more about DA elections on the underground as we get a little bit closer. Don't you worry about that. We'll be covering the DA's office come election time. I gotta wait though. I gotta hold that card just a little bit longer. I don't wanna go after the DA's office that quick. Somebody says Scott agrees with me, whatever that means. I guess there's no chance the Frazee trial was audio recorded. Oh, yes, it was, Lynn. Every bit of it was audio recorded. And that's what I think they should just release. They should release the unedited audio recording of the trial, and that would suffice everybody. Everybody would be cool with that because we would hear it would be open court. And so I think that the audio recordings from the trial would clarify a lot of questions. When you let out like a couple of pictures, like they've let a couple of pictures out, they've put some evidence out, they've put some raw video out of radar and of KK and stuff, but you haven't let out all the information that was used in trial, or you haven't allowed those testimonies. I think if you allowed the audio of the testimonies, it would definitely clear up questions on some things. And so, and the intent and the demeanor behind that audio would say a lot more than just people's speculations. Man, I thought the 48 episodes was a joke, really. It kind of was a regurgitation of everything that's been already released. So I wasn't impressed with 48 hours. I'm so glad I did Dateline instead of, because the Dateline one was on target. You guys already know that, but the Dateline one came out before this thing even. Dateline's coming out with part two. They got to come out with part two. And so Dateline blew 48 hours away as far as how the story of Kelsey Barrett. But and the funny thing was is Dateline put the information out before they actually knew. They put it out right after the pretrial with KK's testimony. But now the 48 hours was kind of a regurgitation. It really wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't. I was disappointed with 48 hours. It sucked. See, BJ says the same thing. Yes. Cynthia, you want to do a call in with Dad with the phone and talk to me about Crystal's upbringing since you know her mother and father and grandmother? I bet you either she says yes or she gets super quiet. I want to hear more about her. Yeah, don't forget to hit thumbs up. 141 people, but I only got 38 thumbs up. What kind of jokers are y'all? Wait, this is YouTube, folks. It's called engagement. Chit chat along and hit the thumbs up. I think the Colorado Son of Sam statute and the judge's sentencing will prohibit KK from profiting. They could. He probably is still on suicide watch through the holidays. Sure. Oh, Cynthia, message me. Oh wait, shoot. How can I? Don't, I need to get a message with Cynthia. I need to somehow. Do you have my phone, Cynthia? Text me your phone number. My phone number is 719-377-0343. Text me your phone number and I'll contact you here in just a little bit, and we'll do a live interview with Cynthia from Idaho, who is familiar with Crystal's family. We'll get all the details later. So Cynthia, my number is 719-377-0343. Text me your phone number, tell me who you are, and I'll contact you. Please don't everybody prank me right now. I don't need 144 people. There's some lady been contacting me. She left like 30 messages. I have a good mind just to release her audio messages because they are hilarious. So if you leave a voicemail, it may one day end up on Dad with the Phone. I'm just letting you know that. And that person who called me like 30 times yesterday, okay, I got your messages. I got your messages. Michelle says, please do release them. Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Text me real quick and I'll contact you in a little bit, Cynthia, as the sun goes down over New Mexico. We might be doing a live interview with someone who knows KK's family. I'm not getting my hopes up because a lot of people message me a bunch of crap and then they end up not talking to me. So maybe we'll get a call with Cynthia later. Thanks, Charming Lily. I hope you do that. At least leave a message. I don't answer those phone calls. I got a bunch of messages. I have another cell phone, but I don't give that number out. That number's this is my burner phone. They can ping me on this phone, but they'll never be able to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Fireside chat, New Mexico. Actually, I'm just heater side right now. I'm just heater side. Sure you are, Miss Lily. Sure you're just playing. Somebody for real. I'll take a screenshot and put their messages up. Maybe somebody will recognize the number. They left me like 15 or 30 messages about the whole Patrick Frazee case. I think it was a drunk call. I think some woman was drunk and she called and started leaving number. Oh, you didn't have a pin. You got a pin now, Cynthia? 719-377-0343. Now watch. I'm going to be getting a billion phone calls because all the crazies are on now. She's not good with her phone. That's all right. Just hold your phone. Just text me. If you can't text, I don't know what to tell you. Wonder if his mommy can visit PF for Thanksgiving. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? My plans are to do little or nothing right out here at the cabin in New Mexico. It was going to snow on us, but looks like all the snow has dissipated and gone somewhere else. There's like 15 inches at my house. I was looking at security footage from my house, and there is a bunch of snow. But here in New Mexico, it's pretty nice. We didn't even get hit with, this is all old snow from the other day. So, you know, the sun's about to go down over the desert. I've got a ton of snow to shovel. It is very nice. We're at the one of the Dalton cabins. My parents actually live up there at that house. But this is one of their cabins they got a few years back here in the mountains. This little town here is actually at about the same elevation, about 7,500 feet. No, this one's about 80. They're 8,600 at my mom's house, so about 8,600 feet up in the mountains of New Mexico. I hope somebody just text messaged me. Let me see what happened. Let me see who this is. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll come back and we'll do a live video with